So the first one you have is the alternate interior angle pair, and that one should say angles that lie between two lines on opposite sides of the transversal. Okay, and then we had examples were 4 and 6, and then what was the other ones? 3 and 5. Okay, so over here where it says alternate exterior angles, do you see where I'm at? Okay, I want you to grab one of your highlighters. So they have to be on the inside. So what 4 angles are on the inside? 3, 4, 5, and 6 are on the inside, right? Okay, now which ones are on opposite sides of the transversal? Opposite sides. So let's look at 3. So there's 3. So put a dot on 3 with the color highlighter you got. Which one would be opposite the transversal? 6. So put a dot with that same color on 6. Then get a different color highlighter. So my other 2 angles are 4, and its opposite is 5. So put a dot there so that you can identify those with colors. All right, the next one, you have alternate exterior. Exterior meant on the outside. So if we have 2 angles that lie on the outside of 2 lines on opposite sides of the transversal. Again, you should have these spelled out already. Okay, so again, with the colored highlighter, what numbers are on the outside? 7 and 8 and 1 and 2. They're on the outside. But which one is on the opposite side of the transversal from 1?
1 and 8. 1 and 8.
8, yep. So put a color code 1 and 8 the same. Then with a different highlighter, 2 and 7. Because they're on the opposite sides and they're on the outside. Okay, on the next one, the corresponding angles I think are the hardest. So corresponding angles are angles in matching corners of the figure formed by 2 lines and a transversal. So yesterday in the video, I kind of talked about if I cut this in half right here, and I took the top part and glued it on top of this, my angles should overlap each other. Okay? The definition is in matching corners. That's another good way of saying it. So this time you're going to need 4 different colors. Okay, so that's why you have 4 different colors in Team Tubbs. So the first one, over here, which one would match up where 1 is at?
4. No, 7.
2. So first of all, it has to be actually on the same side of the transversal, right?
Well,
It has to be on the same side of the transversal. So this is my transversal right here. So the options that I have are 3, 5, and 7. It's in the matching corner. So this one is furthest to the left, right? So which one of these, 5 or 7, is closest to the left? To the left. 5. So it's 5. It's, yep, I'm laying it on top. No, laying it on top of it.
So you're like, because if you would Kelly, if you would fold it, it would be 7.
We're not talking about folding. Don't fold. Nope, we're not folding. Folding doesn't work. You're like cutting it in half and putting it on top of it. Okay? So then the other one, let's talk about 3. So 3, it has to be on the same side of the transversal, so don't even look at the bottom side. But it's furthest to the right, so which one's furthest to the right? 7. So that one would have a matching dot. Okay, now if we look at the bottom,
So it's gonna be 2,
I have 2. Which one would match with 2?
8, 6.
It's closest to the left, so which one would be the closest to the left on the other one? 6. And then my last one would be 4 and 8. So they're in matching corners. Now do you see what I'm talking about? That if I cut this in half right here, and I took this, and I put it directly on top of it, my yellows would match up, my greens would match up, my oranges would match up, and my pinks would match up.
So you're kind of
Do you see what I'm saying by if I cut it in half and put it on top of it?
So you didn't want to watch this first. You did that one.
Well, it depends on where my transversal is. So here, the transversal is in a different spot than this one. Oops, I didn't mean that. So here, in this picture here, Callie, my transversal is right here. In this picture here, my transversal is there. So they're in different spots. That's why it looks a little different. Okay? All right, consecutive. Consecutive means what? It says it right there. Consecutive means?
That lie between 2 lines.
No, consecutive means?
Outside 2 lines.
No,
Same
consecutive
side.
means?
Same side.
Same side. Same side, consecutive. Same side. If you're consecutive with something, you're the same. Okay? Angles that lie between 2 lines and are on the same side of the transversal. Good. Okay, so in this picture, I'm talking about the interior. Interior means
In the inside.
on the inside. Good. So now if I'm looking at the inside angles, what angles do I have that are on the inside?
3 and 5.
3, 5, 4,
Four,
and
six.
6. Okay, it has to be on the same side of the transversal. So which one is on the same side as 3?
4.
5. With a different highlighter, which one is on the same side as 4?
6.
6. And it's interior, so it has to be on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, consecutive means what again? Consecutive means
Oh, same side.
same side, okay? So this time it's on the exterior, so the same side on the outside of the transversal. So what are my outside angles first of all?
1, 2, 7, 8.
1, 2, 7, and 8, I agree. Those are your outside ones. Which ones are on the same side as 1 though?
7.
Good. Oops, I didn't have my highlighter that time. So 1 and 7. And then the other one would be 2 and
6. 8.
outside. It has to be
It
an
looks
8.
like an. It looks like an.
So then we should have that one color coded now.